Have you ever wondered what would happen if the moon suddenly disappeared? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? One that takes us on a journey of exploration, not just into space but also into the intricate workings of our own planet. The moon, our closest celestial neighbor, is more than just a beautiful fixture in our night sky. It plays a crucial role in the workings of our solar system. Sitting roughly 238,000 miles away, it's our planet's only natural satellite. But its significance extends far beyond its status as Earth's loyal companion. The moon's gravitational pull has a profound impact on our planet. It's like an invisible cosmic tug-of-war, where the moon pulls water towards itself and Earth pulls it back. This constant gravitational dance gives us the phenomena we know as tides. High tide happens when water is pulled toward the moon, and low tide occurs as it falls back toward Earth. It's a rhythmic cycle, a gentle ebb and flow that has shaped our world for billions of years. But what if one day, the moon just vanished? It's a scenario that seems straight out of a science fiction novel, but it allows us to delve deeper into the complex relationship between Earth and its satellite. Without the moon's gravitational influence, our world would change in ways that are difficult to comprehend. Imagine a world with negligible tides, a slower rotation and nights devoid of the moon's comforting glow. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The moon's absence would trigger a cascade of effects, some immediate and others slow but relentless, altering life as we know it. Now that we understand the moon's role, let's dive into the potential consequences of its disappearance. In the following scenes, we'll explore the effects on our tides and oceanic life, Earth's rotation and climate, our nights in the sky, and of course the human perspective. So buckle up because it's going to be quite a ride. Firstly, we would see a significant change in our planet's tides. The moon, our closest celestial neighbor, plays a crucial role in creating the tides as we know them. Its gravitational pull tugs at the water in our oceans, causing it to bulge out in the direction of the moon. This creates a high tide. As the Earth spins, different areas move into this bulge, experiencing high tide, while others move away, experiencing low tide. Now, imagine if the moon were to suddenly disappear. Without its gravitational influence, our tides would no longer function as they currently do. Instead of 2 high tides and 2 low tides a day, we would have one of each. The sun also influences our tides, but its pull is only about 46% as strong as the moon's. So without the moon, the tides would be drastically reduced, becoming about a third of their current size. What would this mean for oceanic life and coastal regions? Many marine species such as crabs, oysters, and certain types of fish rely on the tides for their survival. They've evolved to live in intertidal zones, areas that are underwater at high tide and exposed to air at low tide. A radical change in the tide could disrupt these ecosystems, potentially leading to the extinction of these species. Coastal regions would also feel the effects. Areas that are currently prone to flooding during high tide could find relief. However, the reduced tides could also lead to issues with sedimentation and water quality. Tides play a crucial role in flushing out estuaries and bays, keeping the water clean and healthy. Without this regular flushing, these areas could become stagnant, harming the diverse ecosystems they support. Without the moon, our oceans would become much more calm, but at what cost? The disappearance of the moon would have far-reaching effects, altering our planet in ways we can only begin to imagine. When we gaze up at the night sky, we often take for granted the moon's silent, steady presence. Yet, it plays an integral part in the intricate dance that keeps our planet alive and thriving. But the changes wouldn't stop at the oceans. The Earth's rotation and climate would also be affected. You see, our moon is more than just a pretty face in the night sky. It acts as a stabilizer for our planet, keeping our axial tilt at a relatively steady 23.5 degrees. This tilt is responsible for our seasons as we orbit the sun, creating a balance that allows life to thrive in varying conditions. Without the moon, things would start to get a little wobbly. The Earth would no longer have its lunar stabilizer and could tilt anywhere from 0 to 85 degrees. This might not sound like a big deal, but it's this tilt that determines the intensity of our seasons. A greater tilt could mean more extreme seasons with scorching prolonged summers and frigid, seemingly endless winters. But wait, it gets worse. The Earth's rotation would also speed up. Right now our day lasts 24 hours because of the gravitational tug-of-war between the Earth and the moon. Without the moon's gravitational pull, Earth's rotation could speed up significantly, resulting in potentially shorter days and longer years. And do you enjoy predictable weather patterns? Well, you can kiss those goodbye if the moon disappeared. The rapid rotation and extreme tilt would wreak havoc on our climate. We might see intense storms, drastic temperature swings, and unpredictable weather patterns become the norm. The absence of the moon could also disrupt the jet streams, those high-altitude air currents that play a major role in determining our weather. The jet streams could become more erratic, leading to even more extreme and unpredictable weather. In essence, our moon is like a dependable big brother, keeping Earth on a steady path and our climate in check. It's a delicate balance that we often take for granted. Our world's climate could become a lot less predictable without the moon. The night sky would also look very different without our lunar companion. Imagine a world where the moon no longer graces us with its gleaming presence. The nights would take on a profound darkness, a stark contrast to the way we currently perceive them. Without the moon's reflected sunlight, the Earth at night would be a far darker place. The moon, our nocturnal sun, provides a level of illumination that our eyes have adapted to over millennia. Its absence would plunge our nights into an impenetrable blackness, a concept that's hard to truly comprehend. But it's not all doom and gloom. In this darker world, the stars would shine brighter, revealing a breathtaking celestial spectacle. The Milky Way, a sight most of us only see in photographs or at the most remote locations, would become a regular feature of our night sky. Its billions of stars would stretch across the sky like a cosmic rainbow, a sight that would leave anyone awestruck. Yet, this dazzling display would have its downsides. Nocturnal animals who rely on the moon's light for hunting, navigation and mating might struggle to adapt. Owls, bats, and a host of other creatures have evolved to use the moonlight to their advantage. Without it, they would face a challenging and uncertain future. And what about us humans? Our sleep patterns, so often influenced by the moon's cycles, might be thrown into disarray. Research has shown that full moons can disrupt our sleep, leading to restlessness and a shorter duration of sleep. Without the moon, would we sleep more soundly, or would the profound darkness lead to other sleep disturbances? It's an intriguing question and one that we can only speculate about. In this hypothetical world without the moon, our nights would be a blend of profound darkness and brilliant starlight. It's a scenario that's both fascinating and a little unnerving to consider. As we gaze up at the night sky, let's take a moment to appreciate our lunar companion. For all its impacts, both seen and unseen, the moon plays a vital role in our world. Our nights would surely be darker and perhaps a bit lonelier without the moon. Last but not least, let's consider the human perspective. Imagine for a moment, a night sky devoid of the familiar face of the moon. It's a prospect that's not only scientifically intriguing but also deeply culturally and psychologically significant. The moon has always held a prominent place in human culture. From ancient times it has been revered and personified in mythology and religion. The Greeks worshipped Selene as the goddess of the moon, while the Chinese told tales of a rabbit residing on the moon, busily preparing the elixir of life. The moon's phases have guided farmers and fishermen, and its light has inspired poets, artists, and lovers for centuries. In literature, the moon has been a symbol of romance, mystery, and transformation. It has served as a muse for countless poets, from Shakespeare to Frost, and has been a pivotal plot device in numerous novels and stories. The phrase "once in a blue moon" wouldn't exist without our lunar neighbor. In our modern age, the moon has been the goal of human exploration. It was a monumental moment in history when Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface for the first time, declaring, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." The moon has represented our ambitions, our curiosity, and our capacity to dream beyond our world. Psychologically, the disappearance of the moon could have profound impacts. The moon's constancy has been a comforting presence in our lives. It's something we look up to when we feel lost or alone, a silent companion in our darkest hours. Losing such a familiar celestial body could potentially lead to feelings of disorientation or loss. In the end, the moon is more than just a beautiful object in the sky, it's a crucial part of our world and our lives.